This is the power of the current generation Toyota 86. And this is the power of the next generation Toyota 86. You see, the number one complaint about the Toyota 86 and the BRZ combination is power. And guess what? A source at Toyota says that we are gonna get it for the next generation. Hi, my name is Eric, and we cover future automobiles here and other interesting news, so if you wanna stay up to date, go ahead and consider subscribing. So the current Gen 86 BRZ combo, a little bit of a slow poke. You know, it's got 205 horsepower and 151 pounds-feet of torque. Not exactly something you're gonna pull stumps out of your front yard with. Now, as you know, the current car is not exactly a velocity rocket. It has a 2-liter boxer engine. That means 4 cylinders horizontally opposed. They kind of do this, and it has 205 horsepower and 151 pounds-feet of torque. That's really, it's not a lot. But the car does weigh 2,800 pounds. Autocar is a publication in the UK that covers cars, automobiles in fact, and so they have a source apparently within Toyota, and this source says that there's going to be a brand new engine in the new GT86. In fact, they say next gen Toyota GT86 Subaru BRZ on the way with more power. Now that sounds pretty good to me. And they also talk about it being a boxer engine. So you gotta think, you gotta hunt the globe for who's making boxer engines right now, and there's really only 2 manufacturers. One of them is in Germany, and it's not BMW, and this is not a Supra, so the other one obviously is in Japan. We are talking about, of course, Subaru once again, and they make a boxer engine, and they've got a 2.4-liter engine that is currently in the Subaru Ascent and the Outback. So this 2.4-liter engine, which is in the new Outback, it makes 260 horsepower and 277 pounds-feet of torque. That is almost double the torque of the current engine in the 86. The people that are really complaining about the lack of horsepower in the GT86, I think, are really complaining about the lack of torque. There is a difference. Torque is the sort of thing that gives you that grunt that helps you pull that stump out of your front yard. But here at RevMatchTV, we have got an exclusive. I have managed to secure an interview with a pro driver who has driven the new 86 before it's even out. 200 horsepower? Brah. That's for amateurs. Brah. I can make any car go fast. It's all about the driver. Check this out. Yo, bro, that wasn't my fault. The other dude cut me off. 260 horsepower in the GT86. Is that really enough? I just looked up these figures, and the cars with the most fatal crashes between 2013 and 2017, and the top 10 are friends who are driving the BRZs. Maybe they're having a little too much vape juice. They're number 6 in total number of fatal crashes per 100,000 miles. If you're enjoying this content so far and you like this channel, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. By the way, I've also got a Discord server. It's absolutely free. There's a link down below. You can chat to your heart's content about cars and trucks all day long and all night too. So it is absolutely confirmed that the next generation GT86 is on. Now the sales numbers lately have been dropping quite a bit. The car has been out since 2012. It's one of the oldest sports cars that's in its current generation on the market. You can see a fairly gradual decline in the numbers, so I think it's actually great that Toyota and Subaru are bringing this car back. It's a true enthusiast car. It is affordable. Yeah, the price is probably going to be going up on this, and I don't know if it's going to be able to keep the lightweight of 2,800 pounds. That would be super awesome if they can do that, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. And just for reference, the new Miata, the ND Miata, was refreshed a couple years ago, and you can look at these sales numbers here. They are still selling fairly well. Looks like they're basically outpacing the 86 by about 2-to-1 right now. If you've been following Toyota for a little while, you know that they have the new GR division, the Gazoo Racing division. So the name, allegedly, of the new 86 is going to be the GR86 to kind of fit in with the Supra, and there's some other cars that you can only get in Japan right now and perhaps Europe that are part of this GR brand too. So that's actually pretty cool, pretty exciting to see it sort of become part of the sports car family. As you might know, Akio Toyoda, who is the president of Toyota, has a real passion. He's a real enthusiast. He's a car enthusiast. He goes racing on the weekends. So I think it's great that we're seeing motorsport and we're seeing real sports cars coming back to Toyota. So although there is this partnership with Subaru and Toyota to make the next generation car, Subaru currently makes the chassis, but that's not going to be the case for the next generation because Subaru doesn't have anything that is really rear-wheel drive oriented. So it's going to be based on the Toyota architecture, the TGNA architecture. There's several variations of it. And did you know that the cars that are part of this architecture, or based on this architecture, are things like the Prius, the Camry, the CHR, and pretty much everything pretty much in Europe is based on this architecture. A little bit different in North America, but it is their core architecture that they are putting everything on. And in fact, the new GR86 is going to be riding on this new platform too. Now, what about pricing on this new car? The current 86 has gotten some criticism for having a fairly basic interior, and I think that's a reasonable thing to say. I mean, if you look at it compared to the Miata is definitely more of a premium interior. Go ahead and fight me on that, but it's absolutely true. So I expect that the interior is going to get a little bit more of an upscale treatment. I hope they don't bring too much weight into this car with the TGNA platform. So with the turbo also, I think we can expect the price to go up a little bit. Right now, the base model is not at $30K yet. I think we can expect to see maybe a bump to about $30K, something like that. It's still at least a year off. And unfortunately, there's no spy photos yet, but I think we're going to be seeing that pretty soon. Now, another thing about the pricing is they don't want to go too upmarket on this car. We've got competitors like the Audi TT and, of course, their own Supra. They don't want to be stepping on the toes of the Supra and having a power-to-weight ratio that's going to be really competitive with the Supra, because the 86 is definitely going to be positioned below it. Currently, it's being positioned as an enthusiast car that doesn't have a lot of power but really rewards smooth driving. It's a very popular car for attracting enthusiasts. So I think we're going to see a little nudge up in pricing. Hopefully not too much in weight, hopefully better interior. We're just gonna have to wait and see what they bring us. We're gonna be publishing a lot of content here this month. If you like the channel and you feel like supporting us, I've got a Patreon. It is linked down below. You get some benefits like early access to videos, and I wanna thank my Patreons. They are right up on screen right now. They definitely help grow the channel, and everything that the patrons pay goes right back into the channel. None of this is going into my pocket by any means. Real Six, David Bowder, Gavin Jackson, and everybody else on screen, thank you so much. There's a couple videos on screen right now. Pick one if you want to find out more about future cars. My name is Eric. I will see you in the next video.